The Agrotech convention, held once every 3 years, is one of the leading international events of its kind to showcase the Middle East nations' technologies to the international community. It traditionally attracts many stakeholders in agriculture. With Israel being one of the major exporters of fresh produce and a world leader in agricultural technology, its geography is not conducive to agriculture. Just like some parts of the country, more than half of the land in Israel is arid. However, the Jewish state was able to come up with ways embracing technology to beat these harsh climatic conditions in the agricultural sector.
We managed to develop agriculture within the desert, in greenhouses, in open fields. We grow watermelons in the desert, we grow melons in the desert, we grow tomatoes, very red and sweet tomatoes in the desert, in greenhouses, with very sophisticated technology that was developed in Israel through desert scientists.
The problem is not that the fact that we cannot produce. The problem is that some people here, and I've said single-handedly, 4 families sit in a loud table and control 67% of the entire food industry, maize industry.
According to the Israeli ambassador to Kenya, Gil Haskell, this enabled them even compete in the international market and become one of the major agricultural exporters in the world.
We do not grow in Israel what we can grow, but we grow what is needed by the customer, by the end user. The total amount of agricultural export from Israel, fresh product, is about $3 billion annually. 3 billion. And this is out of a 200 billion GDP of Israel today. And this is out of 80 billion of the total exports that Israel exports.
Seeing the potential that agriculture held, Israeli government put its effort in investing into the sector, whereas Motudo says has been given a deaf ear by the Kenyan government.
I've been in this field for over 30 years now, and there's nothing more frustrating than singing a song to a government that does not want to listen. But this government has ably put in 300 million for irrigation in Northeast, 1 billion rather, 300 per area. But as we sit now, these government people have sat there on their seats, swinging their chairs, and these days have very good furniture. They are able to sit for long hours in the office. They have sat there and they have not been able to implement even 10,000 shillings out of 1 billion.
The Israeli government is the government that invests most of all governments in the world in research and development. 4.5% out of the Israeli GDP is dedicated to research and development, including in the agricultural spheres. And this research and development is implemented into new technologies, new techniques, new brands.
With Israel's determination in helping the Kenyan situation, projects started in some parts of the country and through their technology and know-how have put a smile on Kenyan farmers in some of the drought-worst hit areas. With the upcoming event to be held in Israel from the 16th of May, it is the hope of the ambassador and the Israeli government as well to see that there will be an increase in the quantity and quality of agricultural produce in the country.
Too many farmers in Kenya are totally dependent on natural rainfall. And in today's modern agricultural world, you should have less farmers depending on rainfall and more farmers depending on technology and man-made climate for the plants. The more you have greenhouses, the more you have drip irrigation, which controls the amount of water that you inject into each plant, the more yield you will have and the less food insecurity.
Violet Makindo, GBS News.